So no, I think that's awesome, and I want to touch on this issue that is very prevalent in the media right now, and that is the lack of skilled tradesmen and skilled tradeswomen in the professions of plumbing and contracting and other things as well, right? What do you think it is keeping us, Black people, from moving into the trades even more? Because when someone's when you say I'm a plumber or something like that,
Right.
that conjures up a certain image in many people's minds, right?
Right.
And what they don't know is that plumbers are often making six figures and living a very, very, very good life. Um,
Exactly.
and, something that people want to live for their families as well. So what would you say to someone who is thinking about the trades, and why aren't we getting into the trades more?
Well, boy, that's a good. I won't call it a loaded question, but it's an excellent question. But let me go back to the situation in the '70s that we were facing, because I was the first in my family. I have two sisters. They went to college, and I'm in the middle, but I didn't. And when I kind of happened into the trades. So what happened for me, there was this like bright light that came on, like by the time I finished the apprenticeship program in 1977, 78, I was buying a house. My friends were just getting out of college. So to answer your question, it's kind of a systemic thing. But I think as we move on in time now, people are waking up because they're having to live with these loans that they've had for so many years. And then when they did get out, they unfortunately, some didn't get the position that they thought they could get. And as you mentioned, plumbers, electricians, welders, they're killing it. They're killing it. So I felt privileged to be among the few, because now there's a difference in going union and non-union, but that difference is kind of closing now because there's so much work going on nowadays. It doesn't matter whether you're union or non-union, even though the unions have the more advanced training programs and so forth. But to answer your question, another aspect is I had to learn about myself that I'm an audio, visual, hands-on learner. And after I did the statistics and the research, everybody in school was being taught to memorize. Just memorize and pass the test. But that kind of slighted, I would say 80%. Because out of the 20% that succeeded, only 10% or less of them were really successful. So I consider it a privilege to be able to appeal to the 80% that are visual, audio, and what they call kinesthetic, hands-on learners.
Got it. Got it. So just for a reminder for anyone who's just coming in, I am here with Ken Redway. He is the founder and CEO of the Urban Careers Institute. They are a training platform and I guess network to help individuals who want to get into the renewable energy space. He's also a longtime plumber, tradesman, and today we're talking about Black people in the trades, as well as the benefits of us, more people like us, getting into the renewable energy sector. So if you like this video, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm really loves that when you do, so please show us some love. Also, make sure that you share this video with friends and family who may benefit from today's conversation, and make sure that you subscribe to our video and press the notification bell right next to it if you want to be notified whenever we have new content up on the Your Black World site. So Ken, let's talk more about your specialization, right? In terms of when that light bulb went off back in 2009 when you were in Vegas, and that other individual, that friend of yours or acquaintance, whatever he was, just led you to this renewable energy sector. Can you talk about, as a skilled tradesman, or just really anyone, but specifically as a skilled tradesman as well, what are some of the unique opportunities that are afforded to you by being in the renewable sector versus just being a skilled plumber or skilled tradesman, that doesn't have that specialty?
Well, let me give you an example, Lawrence. First of all, many of your audience and many of us, period, are aware of this thing called climate change. And back when I took an interest in solar energy, I knew it was up and coming, but I had no idea how adverse the effects of fossil fuels, in other words, the way they generate electricity. But to answer your question, there are a lot of these trades are akin. For example, the electrical trade is very much tied in with solar energy. And what solar energy is a material called crystalline, which they mine from a rock. And then they put it in what they call wafers and put it inside those panels that you see up on people's house. So when the sun hits those panels, it creates an electricity through that crystalline that's called direct current electricity. So the solar installer has to be an electrician too, or he has to be working alongside an electrician. And then at many times he has to also be very mechanical because they have to put the structural systems on the roof before they put the panels down. So the point is that all these trades kind of intertwine. And what's the word I'm trying to think of? The opportunities are exploding or have exploded now because and this is not just an opportunity here in the US. This is an international opportunity. And Africa, I was just reading an article about Kenya yesterday, and Kenya just put up one of the largest wind farms. So I hadn't touched on wind yet, but solar is one of the pertinent ones, and then wind comes next.